Hey there, and welcome back to Chat Like a Native.
Hello, everyone.
Today, we're gonna really dig into something cool. It's about making your English sound more natural, more interesting.
Yeah, definitely. We all use those basic words like good or nice. They're okay, they work.
They get the job done, sure, but what if you could, paint a much clearer picture, express yourself better?
Exactly.
So stick with us, and we'll give you 10 really powerful adjectives. These will make your conversations pop, help you sound more confident.
hmm It's really about closing that gap, isn't it, between
Yeah.
like textbook English and how people actually talk.
Totally. It's about adding precision. Think commendable instead of just good.
Yeah.
Or adding emotion heartwarming instead of nice.
And it makes your communication more engaging, plus professionally. A richer vocabulary, words like strategic or robust, they really make an impact.
Yeah, absolutely. And understanding these words helps you pick up on cultural nuances, too.
Right. So should we jump into the first one?
Let's do it. Okay, first up, fantastic.
Classic step up from good.
Exactly. It means extremely good, extraordinary. You can use this one all the time when you're talking.
Yeah, it's great for spoken English, even like casual writing.
Right, so instead of your presentation was good, you could say.
Your presentation was fantastic. Everyone really appreciated your insights.
Yeah.
See? Much stronger.
Definitely feels more genuine.
It does. Now, just a quick tip here. If you're writing something really, really formal, maybe stick with excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It just has that slightly more serious tone.
Good point. Knowing your audience. Always key. Okay, number 2. Mind-blowing.
Ooh, this one's fun. Definitely informal.
Yeah, it's a bit more on the wild side. It means something is, overwhelmingly impressive or just totally surprising.
Perfect for telling stories or just chatting with friends.
Exactly. You might say, the concert last night was mind-blowing. I've never heard anything like it.
It gets across that real sense of astonishment, doesn't it?
It really does.
But yeah, probably not one for, say, an academic paper or a serious business email. It's very much for first-person informal stuff.
Makes sense. All right, our third one is exceptional.
Now, this one's interesting because it works more contexts.
Right, it means unusually good, something that really stands out from the norm.
And like you said, it fits pretty well whether you're talking casually or in a more formal setting.
So you could say, her research report was exceptional. It covered every single detail.
Exactly. It signals high quality, something above average, and a little tip, exceptional, is really good for professional feedback. It sounds considered and carries some weight.
Nice. Okay, number 4, stunning.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Often about visuals, right?
Often, yeah. Like extremely beautiful. The sunset was absolutely stunning.
But it could also be used for achievements, can't it? Like a stunning success.
Yes. That element of surprise or impressiveness.
Right. So in business, you might describe a new product design as stunning. But maybe if you're talking about performance or results, perhaps remarkable might be a better fit sometimes. It feels slightly different.
Gotcha. We'll get to remarkable soon. So, context again. Okay, number 5, spot on.
Love this one. Very conversational.
Totally. It just means exactly correct or perfectly appropriate. Definitely informal.
Yeah, you hear it all the time. Your assessment of the market trend was spot on. It's just a quick way to say you nailed it.
Yeah, exactly.
But, if you're writing formally, you'd probably go for precise or accurate instead.
Right. Makes sense. Okay, number 6, you mentioned it. Remarkable.
Yes, remarkable. This is a really useful, versatile one.
So it means worthy of attention, extraordinary.
Pretty much. Something noteworthy. And it works well whether you're speaking or writing, which is great.
Like, it's remarkable how quickly you solve that problem.
Exactly. It highlights something impressive without being over the top. And a good tip is that remarkable is often a safe, solid choice for reports, essays, presentations. It sounds positive and significant, but still quite measured.
Okay, good to know. Number 7 is scrumptious.
Now we're talking food.
Definitely. It just means delicious, very, very tasty. Mostly informal, right?
Oh, yeah. It's warm. It's enthusiastic. This cake is scrumptious. Can I have the recipe?
It sounds so much better than just good cake.
It really does. But again, context. If you're writing, say, a formal restaurant review or maybe a health report, you'd probably stick to delicious. Scrumptious is a bit too informal for that.
Got it. Okay, number 8, compelling.
Compelling. This has a sense of persuasion to it.
Yeah, evoking strong interest, maybe admiration in a way that's kind of irresistible.
That's a good way to put it. It's great for persuasive writing, speeches, arguments.
But she made a compelling argument for environmental policy reform.
Exactly. It suggests her points were really strong, hard to ignore, and for practical use, excellent for cover letters, proposals, debates, anywhere you need to really convince someone.
Great tip. Okay, number 9, captivating.
Captivating. Similar to compelling, maybe, but more about holding attention. Charm.
Yeah, I think so. Attracting and holding interest, often used for stories, performances, maybe even personalities.
Right. He delivered a captivating lecture on quantum physics. It implies it wasn't just informative, it was genuinely engaging, held everyone's attention.
So probably better for reviews or creative writing than, say, a dry technical report.
Definitely. Use it where engagement and charm are key.
All right, last one, number 10. Astounding.
Astounding. This one implies surprise, doesn't it?
Yeah, very surprising or shocking, but usually in a good way.
And you can use it when speaking or writing. It's astounding how much progress the team made in just 1 month.
Really emphasizes that wow factor.
It does. But maybe a word of caution here. Use astounding somewhat sparingly. If everything's astounding, the word kind of loses its impact, you know?
That's a really good point. Keep its power. Okay, so those are the 10 words. Now, what about using them comparatively?
Right.
Like more or most?
Right. Well, for most of these, yeah, you can absolutely use more and most. More compelling, the most captivating performance. It works naturally.
But not for all of them. You mentioned mind-blowing.
Exactly. Some words, like mind-blowing or maybe even spot on, they kind of already express a maximum state. Saying more mind-blowing sounds a bit strange.
Okay.
You sort of get a feel for it as you use them more.
Right. Practice helps. Now, we've got all these great words, but is it possible to overdo it?
Oh, absolutely. That's a really important point. Balance is key.
Like, you don't want every single sentence to have a fantastic or stunning adjective in it.
No, definitely not. Think of it like seasoning food. A little enhances the flavor, too much ruins it. Mix these stronger words with simpler ones, too. Not every noun needs a power adjective.
And maybe vary the words you use. Don't just stick to one favorite.
Yes. Avoid repetition. If everything is remarkable, the word loses its punch. Try cycling through different synonyms.
And always consider the situation, right? Formal versus informal.
Crucial. Mind-blowing. With friends, maybe not in a board meeting. Match the tone and your audience.
What about cliches, words that are just overused?
Good point. Sometimes words like amazing get used so much they feel a bit flat. Trying something like astounding or exceptional can feel fresher.
And you also mentioned checking which words go together naturally, collocations.
Yeah, like we often say compelling evidence or scrumptious meal. Paying attention to those natural pairings helps your English sound smoother.
Okay, that's all really helpful advice. So people are listening and are thinking, great words, but how do I actually remember them and start using them?
Right, the practical side. Well, one really effective technique is adjective journaling.
Adjective journaling. Okay, tell us more.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, actually. Just get a notebook or use a notes app on your phone or computer.
Okay.
And whenever you learn a new adjective, you like maybe one from today's list, just jot it down, write the definition in your own words, and maybe an example sentence or two that relates to you.
Makes it more personal.
Exactly. Then maybe once a week, just spend, 5 or 10 minutes reviewing your list. Try making new sentences.
Could you, set challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. Like this week, I'm going to try and use food adjectives when I talk about meals, or focus on adjectives for describing people's personalities. Make it a game.
I like that.
And the most important part, really, is just making a conscious effort. Try to slip these new words into your daily conversations, your emails, whatever, even if it feels a bit forced at first.
Practice makes perfect, or at least more natural.
It really does. And if you have someone to practice with, like a language partner, even better. You can share your journal entries, test each other.
Great suggestions. So, just to wrap things up a bit.
Yeah, let's summarize.
The main takeaway is that using stronger, more specific adjectives really does make your English, better. More precise, more emotional, more engaging.
Definitely. And those 10 words we covered, fantastic, mind-blowing, exceptional, stunning, spot-on, remarkable, scrumptious, compelling, captivating, and astounding, are a great starting point.
They really are.
So we really hope you'll start, noticing these kinds of words more when you're listening or reading in English.
And then take that next step. Try using them yourself.
Exactly. Make that conscious effort.
Maybe a little final thought for everyone listening. Think about 1 or 2 situations today or tomorrow where you'd normally just say something is good or nice. And then pause for a second. Ask yourself, Which of these new words could I use here to make my point stronger, more vivid?
That's a great exercise. You might be surprised how much more impactful your English can become just by swapping out a few common words.
Absolutely. Give it a try. Thanks for tuning in to Chat Like a Native.
See you anytime.